Hello, my fellow divers, and welcome to day 8 of our Dave the Diver adventures. Dr. Bacon brings us back a translation device which will allow us to actually talk with the sea people we've discovered, but more importantly, Duff is going to allow us to enhance our weapons. And enhancing the net gun is pretty important because it gives you extra ammo, and it might not look like much, but it's actually a big deal. It's an extra 25% ammo. We are not quite ready yet for the upgrade for the large net gun, but we only need a few ropes and fragments. So like ropes and fragments are the only thing you really need to worry about when it comes to the net gun, which makes it an easy gun to actually improve. We're going to sell some stuff. We could actually sell a lot more, but I'm not going to bother too much about that. And we can then go for a dive. I also could have made the tranquilizer rifle, but I didn't because I don't have any good reason to do it actually before we unlock the drone, and that's only going to happen a lot later in the game, so there's no rush in doing this. Well, let's go dive, and in the sea actually there's a little surprise waiting for us, which is the blue sea people who are going to try and annoy our dolphin friends. Now this fight, the first time I had it, I thought it was really hard, but then I realized you actually don't have to dodge them. If they touch you, if they go through you, they're not going to damage you at all. So all you have to do is just shoot at them, and you're going to be totally fine. And if they do like aim at you with their rifles, you can dodge the rifle, that's easy, but also you can just damage them. And damaging them actually stops their shot, and they're not going to shoot. So that's actually a rather easy fight once you know that little trick, which I just shared with you with pleasure. And now we have saved our dolphin friends. So they're going to tickle us a little bit and give us a nice little present to thank us. And that present is actually rather important because it's the dolphin necklace, and the dolphin necklace is the second most important charm in the game along with the octopus one. So we have the two best charms you could think of in the game, and so we can move on with our dive, do the usual stuff, get some buffers, get some agar, get some ingredients, and catch the fish with higher value. Also, we can take some pictures if we find some along the way, and we want to catch some red breams and rhinocameridae and frogfish. Essentially, that's like the basic gist of what we do in terms of fishing, and we are also going to progress the story. So now we can actually disassemble the guns we find, which allows us to actually get a lot more fragments. And we are going to need a lot of them. So yeah, let's just get all the fragments we need. Another advantage of enhancing the net gun is that it actually has a wider radius when it opens, so you can catch more fish, and also you have more chance to catch more fish. Also, whenever we see the limestone cave, we keep getting the sea grapes. It's going to be very useful later on in the game. So we are going back to the tubes, go down and then grab a UV light and then right, and we finally meet with the sea people. And we need to find some lily coral and some feather coral to be able to cure the princess. So let's go and get them. The game doesn't really tell you where to get the corals, but you just go up and you take the upper corals, the upper tubes, and you go to the left, and then down is your feather coral, and then to find the other coral you just go around, down, and then right. So there's different kinds of layouts. In this one we have to face the little jellyfish, just get rid of him, then go down, and then right. So you can dodge these things. And right there is the lily coral. Another day, another fight with our friend, the Mega Mouth Shark. This time we had a rifle that we could pick up, so I just used that. It's better than a net gun. go to the right to get your Rhino Chimeridae. So this is another layout for the depths of the blue hole. It's a bit different than what we saw in the other videos, but the Rhino Chimeridae is always located on the right. Now we have all we really wanted for this dive, so we'll just take the escape pod. We have not to forget to go and see Bancho to ask him to make us a nice lily coral porridge. So it's really important not to forget that, otherwise we won't be able to progress the story more today. Delicious. Thank you, Bancho. And not forget to feed Momo, of course. So in our second dive, we're just going to do just the same and get the coral to our friends. Oh, there's a big whale coming. Now for now, we cannot do anything with this whale, so you can just watch it swim around, and that's it. But there's going to be a little bit of a mission later on with it. So here our friend the tiger shark decided to play games on me, so I thought it was just kind of funny to show you how sometimes things just don't go the way you plan. Like I miss all my shots, and shark goes away, try and get it back, pull it back up, you know, and then, you know, evade his things, it goes at the weirdest angles, goes back again. I only got one shot at him, and now this barracuda is making things complicated. Now I didn't even get a single shot at the shark. Come on, tiger shark. You know, it's over. We need to get this over with. Okay, thanks. Please give me a tooth. Yeah, we got one. Okay, at least we got that. So for the last time, we're going to go on the right, go through the tubes, and go bring the porridge to the princess. There you go, princess. Yay, Princess Ramo. Oh, we're gonna have to carry her? Oh, okay. So if you don't like carrying the princess, I've actually, during the recording of this video, found a little trick. I'm gonna show it to you. It allows you to go a little bit faster. So here's an interesting thing I discovered by accident during the recording of this video. See how slow it is to carry the princess? And one of the annoying things is that to take her, you have to right-click your mouse. And there's actually a certain radius in which you can pick the princess. And this is when I thought, oh, wait a minute. So if I'm actually not exactly on the princess, I can pick her up. And so if I keep spamming the button, you know, so I let go of the mouse button and then I press it again, I can actually move faster. Now it doesn't look good on video, but it actually really allows me to move just a little bit faster, you know, gain a few seconds here and there. And these kinds of missions where you have to carry stuff around, it's not just the princess. Oh, and the Rhino Chimeridae is trying to kill her? No. You're coming with me, sir. Or lady. And so, yeah, you can actually kind of find a proper rhythm that will allow you to really fine-tune this. And this is what I was trying to experiment with and see how far can I get away from the princess. So you just click the button to carry her. She'll just snap at your position, and it'll go much faster if you do that. Let's fast forward. Get rid of that thing. I don't know why I attacked it with the melee weapon. Weird idea, but why not? Now we really need to upgrade our equipment because 230 meters is going to be not enough for the upcoming dives. So now we are going to have to go back up and get ourselves some gloves that'll allow us to pull out that stake and make the big chunk of rocks full and destroy the rock formation. So now we're almost full. We just fill up our bags with whatever is available there. I'm trying to see, hey, does net gun work on these things again? No, of course it doesn't. It's fine. And then we just catch some jellyfish and call it a day. And so as we get out, we are actually gonna hear from Bancho, who tells us there's a noisy customer, and that customer is actually pretty important. But before anything, we recruit our stuff, and we always redispatch. Whatever happens at the end of the day, you always redispatch. Now finally we have enough to actually upgrade the large net gun. So the reason why you want to redispatch, we're going to see in actually a later episode, but there are some nights where, some evenings where you don't actually have access to the staff and you cannot dispatch them after the dive because there is not going to be a serving night. So here's the two characters that are coming tonight. One is Otto, he's asking us for a moray eel dish, and the other one is Maki. And this is the reason why we've picked up the yellow back trevally, the white trevally much earlier on, and now we are going for the night dive. You absolutely want to do this night dive because you want to unlock the fish farm. This is what Otto is going to give us. But he requires us to bring a moray eel. So this is the chance to also get some extra fish. We can definitely take whatever fish is worth like 15 gold a kilo, because actually the night fish are not really great in terms of weight per kilo, and there's not really any good recipe to do with those. However, those little long spine squirrel fishes are actually worth a lot more than what you'd expect. So they're worth 3 gold per meat. So that doesn't sound like much, but they only weigh 400 grams per catch, and you get 3 meats per catch. So that's 9 gold for 400 grams, which means that it's actually almost like very close to 20 gold per kilo, which is actually pretty nice. So you absolutely want to catch all of those, not for any recipe because their recipes are terrible, but however, just for selling their meat. It's one of the best things you can do during a night dive. Another fish that's pretty good is going to be the black tip reef shark, because those have actually a pretty decent meat value. Now if you want, there's a long spine porcupine fish dish that is actually as good as the puffer nikogoro. And if you're interested in using some like night fish recipe, that's actually one of the best ones. An important thing to note is that having our harpoon upgraded to do 24 damage is actually very important before you go to the night dive, because it actually allows you to clear the lionfish. So now I'm getting pestered by all the fish, the eel, the shark, the little squirrel fish. And yeah, so we get the eel. That's the important one to get. I tried to give it a hammer shot and I opted not to because my health is not really good and things can go south pretty quickly during those dives. So now I get rid of the longfish, porcupine fish, and then finally catch this black tip reef shark. Another thing to note is that the white tip reef shark actually has a lot more health during the night than during the day. So it's as easy to fight it, but it has a lot more health. So that's another good reason to have a well upgraded harpoon. Might as well take a second eel. I tried to hit it with some toy hammer tricks, but in the end it just didn't want to get put asleep. So I thought, okay, let's not take any more risks. I'll take this guy and I'll just head out, just maybe catch some more long-tailed squirrelfish because I can, and call it a day or a night. So before we open, we really have to make sure that we hire all the people. We got some pretty good recruits. Masayoshi is really nice for procure. So we are going to upgrade Masayoshi to train him to level 7, because at level 7 he unlocks a special skill that only he and Davina have, which is the Dispatch Master. So now you can dispatch all the remaining characters. I'm not going to train Raptor yet. I'm just going to send all of these guys to procure. And we'll start actually getting some salt along with the soy sauce, because we have all the soy sauce we really need. So really important, don't forget to research the moray eel curry and prepare 1 dish of moray eel curry and 1 dish of white trevally. So here I'm ready to open Bancho Sushi, and I'm going to slow down the video a little bit to kind of show you. So I did a mistake because I prepared too many dishes in advance in terms of puffer nikogori. I forgot I was at night, but that's not what I'm going to talk about now. So you want to only serve 1 single serving of that white trevally and that moray eel curry because they're worth way less than the puffer. So you just actually serve 1, and then as soon as they're served, like as soon as Bancho is done preparing them, you just delete them from the menu. Really important if you want to maximize your revenue, if you want to optimize everything. I'm sorry, my daughters are like screaming in the background, but it's life. And so now the rest of the night can go on, and Otto is going to be, of course, delighted by the delicious taste that brings him back to childhood. Oh, Mommy, it's so good! I love it! Oh, this really brings back so many beautiful memories. You're such a sentimental Otto, who'd have thought? Yes. And he's going to treat us with a present. We're going to see tomorrow. The gift. Now we can safely serve the trevally. So you are the only one who can actually serve those to the characters. And when it comes to those characters, if you don't serve them that night, it's perfectly fine. You can serve them the next night, and even if they don't show up at the restaurant before the service, it's okay. You just have to prepare the dish, and if you do prepare the dish, they're gonna come. So of course here I optimized everything to make sure I had enough, because the really important thing here is that we are going to get the best item in the game, the fishing net. And Maki is gonna ask us to catch some Cleones, so that's gonna be in the next video. But Cleones are really good. But you can also do a lot of super cool things with the bug net. We're going to cover all that. But for now, we'll just let the service go through and see how much extra puffer nikogori I had prepared, actually more than I should have. So here we're 7 out of 19 that we're actually never going to serve because the night is already over. So this one's in the books. Day 8 is over. We've served 12 customers and we still made 4,749 gold, but more importantly, got 5 flame, and that's really important. So next day we are going to be using the bug net. Awesome item. There's plenty of things to talk about, and also we're gonna unlock the fishing farm, but that's another story. Thanks for watching, and keep on diving.